Axle of Symmetry, where math finally clicks. Welcome back to Axle of Symmetry. So far, both sides of our equations were always perfectly equal. But real life is rarely that fair. Today we meet inequalities. An inequality compares two things: less than, greater than, and their generous cousins, less than or equal and greater than or equal. A tiny trick to remember them. The symbol is a hungry crocodile mouth, and it always opens toward the bigger meal. Here's the big difference from an equation. X greater than 3 doesn't have one answer, it has infinitely many. 4 works, 5 works, even 3.001 works. On a number line, we draw it like this. An open circle at 3, because 3 itself is not invited, and an arrow sweeping right, covering every number bigger than 3. If it were greater than or equal, we would simply fill the circle in. A solid dot means 3 gets to join the party too. Now the great news: solving an inequality works almost exactly like solving an equation. Take x plus 2 less than 7. Subtract 2 from both sides, and we get x less than 5. Same golden rule as always. But there is one famous trap. When you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number, the inequality sign flips around. Watch, negative 2x less than 6. Divide by negative 2, and less than becomes greater than, x greater than negative 3. Why? Because negatives mirror the whole number line. 5 is bigger than 3, but negative 5 is smaller than negative 3. Multiplying by a negative swaps every left and right, so the sign must swap too. Here's a habit that will save you every single time. Test one number from your answer. We claimed x is greater than negative 3, so try 0. Negative 2 times 0 is 0, and 0 really is less than 6. The claim survives the test. You already live with inequalities every day. Speed limits say your speed must be at most 50. A roller coaster says your height must be at least 1 meter 40. That's maths guarding the door. Your turn, pause and solve x minus 1 greater than or equal to 2. Add 1 to both sides, and you get x greater than or equal to 3. And since it's or equal, this time 3 is invited. Let's recap. An inequality has a whole range of answers, drawn with circles and arrows on a number line. You solve it just like an equation, with one exception: multiply or divide by a negative, and the sign flips. Next up, exponents, the shorthand that makes numbers grow shockingly fast. Subscribe to Axle of Symmetry and keep the math clicking. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Axle of Symmetry and keep the math clicking.